body, speech, and mind held in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Ba nghiệp lắng thanh tịnh, gửi lòng theo tiếng chuông. Nguyện người nghe tỉnh thức, vượt thoát nẻo đau buồn. Good morning, my dear brothers, sisters, and friends. Welcome to our weekly Sunday service. According to today is the Sunday, March the 12th, 2017. According to the Chinese and Vietnamese lunar calendar, today we celebrate, we honor the day that the Buddha passed away more than 2,000 years ago in India. In the Buddhist term, when the Buddha passed away, there is a term to call, we used to say that the Buddha entered nirvana. Maybe nirvana is a word that you used to hear about. And we may think nirvana is a place where we go after we die. But actually nirvana is not a place at all. Nirvana is the feelings when you have peace, truly inner peace. And that is the time of nirvana. I can give you some qualities about nirvana, because the word nir means no, vana means negatives. When they're in you, there is the absence of greed. That is the time of nirvana. When that in each of us, we have no longer hate, and that is the time of nirvana. So the Buddha is the one who awakes, the one who can understand all the true facts of life. So that's why nothing can bother the Buddha. If anything comes, he will deal. Anything need to go, he will let it go. Usually we attach what we have. So when we have something, we're so happy with that. And when is that no longer with us, we attach and we suffer. That's why we do have nirvana, but not the permanent nirvana. Our peace is not stay there at all. That's why the Buddha is the one who able to live with that peace at all time. So even in a difficult time, the Buddha can still handle and can facing it, dealing with it. So that's why the Buddha never departs from nirvana. But with us, for example, the time you are here right now, nobody bother you. You may have peace, joy, happy. So this is the time that you have nirvana. But after you leave this hall, you walk downstairs and you realize your new shoe gone. Somebody took it. You're so upset. You get angry. So that is the time you lose your nirvana. So any time that we have no more peace, and that is the time of no nirvana. So nir means no. Vana means negative. When we have no more negatives feeling in us, and that is the time of nirvana. And what are the qualities of nirvana? First, we call permanent. Permanent, you see that everything in this life, nothing is permanent. Everything is impermanent. Even our body, this temple, our relatives. If there is permanent, then we don't have the signal of death, getting well, or sickness. So life is impermanent. So once we have that kind of peace, and that peace is permanent. Why? Because that peace have no form. Anything that comes with a form, that cannot stay longer. One day it have to be gone. Remember that anything that composed with a form, and that form cannot last long. For example, our body. Our body is a type of form, but this form will never stay forever. It changes all the time. So from a baby to a teenager, and then adult, and then getting older, and we die. Even this house, this temple was built 20 years ago. Now it starts to get things broken. So if nothing in this life stay there forever. So if we able to see that, so if things change, we accept it because we know the true nature of it. Nothing can stay forever. So life is impermanent. But once you have that kind of understanding, and that is permanent. So the question is, if everything is impermanent, then what is permanent? The answer is, impermanent is permanent. Because things will change all the time. So once you can understand that, what is the next step? What is the next quality you have? That is the peace, the inner peace. We call joy. For example, if I ask you to carry a box of rocks, you will get angry. Why I have to carry this basket of rocks? But if I ask you to carry a basket of gold or dollars, you will happy because you know this is something you can be used. So the feeling, when you have something that you like, you enjoy. Something you dislike, you're unhappy. So when you have, whatever you do, you have joyful with that. That is called nirvana. For example, if you come here on Sunday service, you enjoy to sit here, or you go to somewhere that you like, and that is the place become joy and happy. And the time you sit there with happiness, that is the time of nirvana. And that is the second quality of nirvana. So the first quality is permanent. The second one is joy. And the third one is liberation. What is liberation mean? It's not freedom. Freedom means something you feel that you have no freedom. That's why you are fighting for freedom. But liberation means when you live in a very hard condition, but you are free from that. You are not free from the outside, but free from inside. For example, when you go to the temple on Sunday, you stay back for lunch. Never expect that there is a dish of meat downstairs, or shrimp, or lobster. Because here we do not eat meat. So when you go downstairs, you have a dish of vegetarian, you complain, you still have to eat that. Or either you refuse to eat, but nothing you can do different. You cannot say, oh, I don't like vegetarian. Can I bring a dish of meat in this temple and have lunch together? No. So if the time that you sit there, you enjoy whatever you have. Even you are free from what you attach. And that is called liberation. So liberation doesn't mean you are fighting for something. But you understand the fact of it. You are free from all attachment. For example, you have an iPhone. Very expensive, the brand new one. Accidentally you drop it, it's broken. What can you do? It's already broken. You get angry, it's still already broken. You free from that. You're okay with that. You are staying in nirvana because you understand this life, nothing permanent. Everything is impermanent. Today at 2 o'clock, I will attend a funeral of one of my friends. Since I came to Canada 30 years ago, we met. We go to school together. We classmates. For more than 20 years, I didn't see him. But I used to ask about him because we in different directions. Last Sunday, after I back from California, and the first thing I received, the news is he passed away. So today is his funeral day. He's only same age with mine, 44. So do not expect a young person can live longer because nothing we can tell tomorrow. So nothing we can hold in hand, even our health. You feel that you're okay, but maybe after a meal, you got stomach ache, you got food poison. Many death we have learned very fast, very quick. Sometimes we drive, and after on the way we may got accident. We never know. So we can tell when you born, but unable to tell when we will die. So therefore, liberation means because why you can be free from that? Because you have understand all the facts of it. Nothing will stay forever. Whatever you have in a form does have to be gone in one day. Like our grandparents, our parents. That's why, in this temple, every week we have new members who pass away. Because, life is always change. Last few weeks, the weather is so nice and warm, and we think we have early spring. But last week, what happened? Very cold, and we feel that winter come back. So it's very hard to tell, even the weather, whatever happened in our daily life. So if we attach on anything, we suffer on that part. If we free from anything, we happy with that. Free doesn't mean you don't care. Free doesn't mean you ignore about it. But you take it easily. You open your heart and take things easily. That's called liberation. I have many monks that I know, senior monks, in the prison. But they have no suffering at all. Even they do not allow them to have, a razor to shave their head, to shave their beards. But they can make poem, they can write poem about their beard, about their hair. Because they are free from that. If you allow me to shave my head, then I will shave my head. If you are not allow me to shave my head, doesn't mean I'm not a monk. Keep hair on my head or shaving my hair, it's just a form from outside. Somebody praising you, you happy. Somebody blaming us, we are not happy. That means we up and down according to blaming and praising from somebody else. We have to know who we are before we happy or get angry along with the praising or the blaming. If we are able to free from those kind of judging, and what is called nirvana. The third quality of nirvana is liberation. You are free from attachments. And the last one is pure. Purity. Nothing can bother you because you understand of it. So when we say that the Buddha entered nirvana, just a word to inform that the Buddha totally passed away. He is no longer present in this life. But according to the practice, the Buddha always stay in nirvana. Because in him, nothing can bother him. Because he can see things as they are. So somebody like us, they praising us. If they no longer like us, they will have lot of bad things about us. So why we have to suffer along with those kind of judging? If you are able to see that, you are free yourself from attachments. And you have the qualities of nirvana. You live in the conditions of nirvana. Sometimes you come to the temple on Sunday, it's a lot of food. You know, but us, we stay in this temple, sometimes, someday we have nothing to eat. Very simple, like sometimes just a dish of vegetables, some soy sauce, but we're still happy because we know that if there is something, you know, lot of special food, then we enjoy. But if someday we need to eat simple, we enjoy. We never expect why today is not the same as yesterday. If we say that, then we do not understand. Yesterday is yesterday. Today is today. We cannot compare today to yesterday. How come I look older than last year? Of course. This is impermanent. We change all the time. We get older. We cannot get younger. So if somebody say, oh wow, you look younger, do not listen to that. That is not really true. The truth is, we get older each day. And you can see the economy up and down all the time. So if we suffering from that, then we will suffer all day long, all year long. Because things can be changed in this life, not only this year, but every day. This morning we have a discussion group together. And there is a matter that a lady brought up about stressful in daily life. And each of them share their own stressful. They're so depressed with things around them, with things at school, at work, at home. And I told them, I did not share with you much. My sharing is, I did not share with you guys much. But don't you know that as a monk, we still have something to worry? If compared to my stressful and to your stressful, who will be more? Because I run this temple by myself, you know, worry for the monthly bills and construction, many things. Not only this, but about, you know, manage all the volunteers in this temple. If I sit down and I share with you about my stressful, maybe your stressful cannot compare to mine. But why I don't get that stressful? Because I can handle and I meditate and I can see, you know, I can try to see the positive of each of the matter in order to help me to overcome, to continue my community work. So in this life, none of the day that we live without worry. But the practice is you understand the true facts of it in order to help you to live with less worry. So today, we celebrate, when you heard the word nirvana, do not scare. If somebody come to you and wish you a new year, and they will say, oh, I wish you a new year with lot of nirvana, don't worry. Do not get afraid. They talk about death. But nirvana means when all the time we have the qualities of peace, the quality of freedom, liberation, and the quality of understanding the true facts of things in order to live with things but without any attachment. Thank you.